Seahawks fans, brace yourselves, because our walls are being raided by a desperate team looking for the secret sauce that makes our franchise elite. Welcome to the 12th Man headquarters, the only place where we live and breathe blue and green every second of this chaotic 2026 offseason. They want what we have, they want the brains behind our dominance, and the news just broke that the Minnesota Vikings are coming for one of our own. We are building the strongest tribe on YouTube, so hit subscribe, reach 1,000 strong, and comment your city and name right now. Let us talk about the absolute bombshell that just dropped regarding the architect of so much of our success, the man who knows our system inside and out, Nolan Teasley. You see, the Vikings are in total shambles right now, wandering the wilderness without a leader, and they have identified our assistant general manager as the person who can save their sinking ship. It started back in early May with a simple request, but it has escalated into a second interview, putting Teasley in a final 5-person group for their top job. Think about that for a second, because it is absolutely wild that a division rival would try to pluck the very heart out of our scouting department. This is not just a job opening for them, it is a desperate attempt to replicate the magic John Schneider has built here since 2013. Nolan Teasley is not some corporate suit who just showed up one day. He is the embodiment of the Seahawks way, starting as a scouting intern and grinding his way to the top. Can you imagine the dedication it takes to climb that ladder for over a decade in the most competitive league on earth? He has seen the highs and the lows. He has been in the room for the legendary draft picks that define our era. And now Minnesota wants to buy that experience. Why are they so obsessed with our guys? It is because they are failing while we are thriving, and they know that the only way to catch up is to steal the blueprint. They fired Kwesi Adofo-Mensah in January after just 1 year of his extension, which shows you exactly how much chaos is happening over there. They even went through the draft without a general manager, which is a move so ridiculous it almost sounds like a bad joke. But for us, this is a serious threat to our continuity and our culture. Nolan has been a huge part of why we scout better than anyone else, and losing him now would be a massive blow to the front office stability we all take for granted. Do you think the Vikings even deserve a talent like Teasley after how they handled their own management? Let me know right now in the comments, because this news is moving fast and we need to be ready for the fallout. But wait, it gets even crazier, because the competition Teasley is facing for this job is absolutely stacked with talent from some of the biggest powerhouses in the league. We are talking about guys from the Broncos, the Bills, and even the Rams, but none of them have the specific DNA that Nolan has developed right here in Seattle. Here is the raw truth that the national media will not tell you. They know that our front office is a factory for greatness, and they are terrified of what we are building for this 2026 season. The Vikings are currently stuck in a nightmare scenario where they went from 14 wins in 2024 down to just 9 wins in 2025, and they are looking for a scapegoat while trying to find a savior at the same time. They do not want you to know this, but they are looking at our success with pure envy, because our scouting department, led by guys like Teasley, has been hitting home runs while they have been striking out. It makes me sick to my stomach to think about one of our own wearing those purple colors and helping a team that clearly does not have its act together. We have always prided ourselves on being a family, a cohesive unit where everyone from the interns to the executives pulls in the same direction. And now that bond is being tested by outside forces. It is an emotional roller coaster for us as fans because we want to see our people succeed and get these big opportunities, but we also want to keep every single advantage we have as we chase another championship. The stakes have never been higher, and the pressure inside that facility must be through the roof as John Schneider watches one of his top lieutenants navigate this process. Are we prepared to lose the man who helped build that incredible 2025 draft class that has everyone in the league talking? It feels like we are at a crossroads where our depth is being raided because we are just too good at our jobs. This is the price of excellence, but it does not make the prospect of seeing him leave any easier for those of us who bleed blue. Seriously, I am losing my mind here thinking about the impact this could have on our long-term strategy if the Vikings pull this off. Nolan Teasley is not just a name on a spreadsheet. He is a guy who has been in the trenches since the days when we were truly establishing the identity of the 12th man on the national stage. When you look at the other candidates like Reed Burkhardt or Terrence Gray, they come from solid organizations, but they do not have that specific Seahawks grit that has defined our franchise for over a decade. If this news goes the wrong way and Teasley packs his bags for Minnesota, we are losing more than just an executive, we are losing a piece of our history. But what if this is actually a moment for us to prove how deep our talent pool really is? What if the machine John Schneider built is so strong that we can withstand even a departure this significant? That is the question keeping me up at night, because the margin for error in the NFL is razor thin. We are talking about a guy who played a prime role in making sure the 2025 draft class was a massive success, providing the fuel we need for this current run. The Vikings are desperate because they saw their win total plummet, and they are hoping Teasley can bring that Seattle magic to their building to fix their culture. It is a classic redemption arc for them, but it feels like a betrayal to us, because we have spent years cultivating this talent just to see a struggling team try to snatch it away. I am telling you as your friend and as someone who lives for this team, this is the kind of move that can shift the balance of power in ways we do not even see yet. The Vikings ownership is looking for a home run hire to save their franchise after the disaster of the last few months, and they clearly think Nolan is the guy who can deliver that Lombardi Trophy knowledge. We have to hope that the allure of finishing what we started here in Seattle is enough to keep him home for good. Unbelievable, just absolutely unbelievable that we are even in this position during such a critical stretch of our journey. I am losing my mind here because every time we get a solid foundation, the rest of the league tries to tear it down brick by brick. It is a testament to how elite we are, but man, it is frustrating to watch our rivals circle like vultures around our front office staff. Think about the rhythm we have established, the way we identify players that everyone else misses. That is what Nolan Teasley brings to the table every single day. I have a theory that the Vikings are not just looking for a general manager, they are looking for the secret files on how we evaluate mental toughness and character, because that is where they have failed the most lately. They want to know how we keep winning when the odds are against us, and how we manage to keep our locker room so locked in year after year. It is a chess match at the highest level, and right now Minnesota is trying to take our queen. If we can somehow manage to keep Teasley for one more year, it would be a legendary victory for John Schneider and the entire organization. We need that stability as we push for another Super Bowl title, because the supporting cast in the front office matters just as much as the players on the field. The machine needs all its cogs to function at a high level, and losing a major piece like this right before the 2026 season kicks off could be a total nightmare. I want you to really feel the weight of this, because it is not just business. It is about the soul of our scouting department and the future of our roster. We have seen what happens when teams lose their top scouts and the draft picks start to miss. We cannot let that happen to our Seahawks. We are built for greatness, and we need to protect our house from anyone trying to steal our formula for success. It is us against the world, just like it has always been since day one. We stay loud, we stay proud, and we never back down from a fight. This is where we stand, at the edge of a massive decision that could define the next decade of Seahawks football. Whether Nolan Teasley stays or goes, our identity as the most passionate and resilient fan base in the world will never change. We have seen legends come and go, but the 12th man remains the heartbeat of this entire operation. If the Vikings think they can just walk in here and take our blueprint for success, they have another thing coming, because our culture is built on more than just one person. It is built on every single one of you who shows up and screams until your lungs give out. I want to see your fire in the comments below right now, because this is a defining moment for our community. Do you think we are being let down by the front office if they let him walk? Or is this just the natural evolution of a winning team? Is this our year to finally bring another trophy back to the Pacific Northwest despite the distractions? I need to know if you still believe in the machine John Schneider has built, or if you are worried the walls are starting to crumble. We are on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we need every single one of you to join the tribe so we can keep this conversation going every single day. We do not just report the news, we live it, we feel it, and we react to it with the intensity that only a true Seahawks fan understands. This is not just about a front office interview. It is about the respect we deserve as the best organization in the NFL. Let the rest of the league watch and envy what we have, because they will never be able to truly replicate the spirit of Seattle. We are going to come out of this stronger, more focused, and ready to dominate the 2026 season like never before. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. I love you guys. Go Hawks!